In today's video, we'll discuss what is ConfigMap and what is secrets in Kubernetes. Normally, when we are stored our data in Kubernetes, like if our data is normal data, then we'll use ConfigMap. If you are using secret, like password or something, then we're using secrets. So before I start the video, just a quick reminder: if you haven't subscribed the channel, subscribe the channel, because after complete the 60-day course, I'll also create DevOps and cloud related video that will help your career. So don't forget to subscribe the channels. Now let's start today's video. I will start the documentation first, then I will give you explanation with hands-on demo. So what is ConfigMap? So ConfigMap, I already told you, is stored non-sensitive configuration values, and here is the configuration file. So first we'll create a config map. Don't worry, I will discuss details when I will show the demo. And here is a deployment file. Okay, for run this file, you need to run the first config file, then you get into deployment file, then you can get the port details and you can find the config. And secret, same way, secret is same, we will store the data, but that are sensitive data. So like password, API key, those things we are stored in Kubernetes by using secret. So here is the demo of the secret. So first I will create a secret. This is the file and this is the deployment file. Okay, so after same way we can create the deployment, and you can see this is the secret. We create the secret first, then we create the deployment, then you can see the secret. For wrap up this documentation, so ConfigMap manages non-sensitive data, secret handles sensitive credential, service expose our application, Ingress provides external access with routing. These are 4 things we need to must, and this is crucial for DevOps engineers. So now I will explain details with hands-on demo. First we'll go to the Kubernetes documentation. You can see how we can get this code. So Kubernetes already give a sample data in their website, so we just copy and paste and do some changes. So it's very easy. So now I will go to the documentation of Kubernetes, and then I will show the hands-on demo. So we are in Kubernetes documentation website. So here if we search ConfigMap, then you can get the page. So at the top, to explain what is config. So a ConfigMap is the API object used to store non-credential data in Kubernetes file. So basically we are using ConfigMap when that data is not confidential, and secret we use that data is confidential. This is secret. Okay, so how we can create ConfigMap? If we scroll down, we can see there is few way we can create ConfigMap, and there is 3 or 4 example. So I will explain what is the most easiest way to create the ConfigMap and the secret. So let me create a ConfigMap and create a port to use that ConfigMap and secret. Then we will understand what is the ConfigMap and what is the secret. So let me create a file. So I have in a folder there is no file. So let me create a ConfigMap file. So I have already created a ConfigMap. So cat config.yml. We'll just give anything name. So here created just config map. So this kind is config map because we are creating the config map. That's why we need to put config map, and the config map name is app config. And in the config map there is a data. So what data we use? So app mode is production and app color is blue. This is key pair mode. So this 2 data we are using in the config map. So for creating the config map, to kubectl apply, save. So kubectl get config map, or you can put cm. So you can see app config is created. So we can easily see the details of the config map. So kubectl get cm so you can see details in the config map. Okay, what is the name and details, everything you can here, and you can see the 2 data is here. Now we are using these 2 value in a file. So let me create a port, then you can see what is the feature of the ConfigMap. So let me create a port file, pocm dot. So it's a simple like a port file. So kind of port and name, and we're using just a like simple busybox emos. Here we're using like ConfigMap. Okay, so what is the way? Like environment variable, we have to declare app mode. We can give it just name. Then where we get the value? So value from ConfigMap reference. And what is the name of the ConfigMap? We need to put here. And what is the key we're using? That one I need to put here. If we scroll up, you can see that the app mode and app color, these are the key. And if you see the file, these are the app mode and app color, and our ConfigMap name is app config. These things just to declare here. So ConfigMap reference, the ConfigMap name, and what key we use, app mode, and this the second one is app color. So let me create the port now. kubectl apply kubectl get port. It's creating running now. So kubectl c-t, so you can get in the port. So echo $, what was the variable name, like app mode. You can see the values production you get. Now app color, you can see the blue. So these we can easily use the data where we declare in the config map. So now if I have like 10 ports or 20 ports, I don't need to change every port to app mode or color. If I change the thing in the config map, all will be impact all 20 ports. So this way we can easily manage our port, and this will reduce our workload. Okay, so but in config map, the data what we use, it is not sensitive. You can easily see what data we use. Like if I use database username and database password, this type of secret, sensitive data, we are not using config map. Then we will use secret. So let me exit from this port and let me create a secret. But before create secret, we go to secret and see. So you can see a secret is an object that contains a small amount of sensitive data such as password, token, etc. So same way, if we scroll down, we can see lots of way you can create secret. Here they will create a like a volume type. There is lots of way you can see later. Okay, so let me do the best way. So but before we using secret, we need to make the data we use need to be encrypted. So we are using base 64, like we are using easy means like echo -n. So let me use admin as username, base 64. So it will encrypt the admin, and if we use the password is like it will encrypt it. This. So now I will create a secret file. Same we will create the config map. So sc yml. So same way like what is the thing is it's kind of secret. So we're getting secret. That's why put secret. Then what is the name of the secret? DB secret. Now in the data section we are using this DB user and DB pass, which we already encrypted. So admin is this one, and the password is which is this one. We put it here. So now same way, if we create a port, then we can understand. But before that, we have to apply this one. kubectl get secret. You can see we have secret, and it's 2 data because we are using 2 data. Okay, it's 4 seconds just created. So now let me create a port get SC to the same way. This is also port. This is busybox image. So environment variable we use same way as we use ConfigMap. Just change its value form. Here is secret keyref, and in ConfigMap that was config keyref, and the name here is db secret, and the key same way is db user. So db user is the key. This one is here. And for db pass, give the name as db pass, and secret from db secret, and key is the db pass. So key is the db pass. So let me apply this one. kubectl apply -af. My file name was kubectl get port. This one is secret port. So running kubectl -it. So echo our value is db user. So you can see it's admin. Same way you can see db pass. Okay, but this data is encrypted, but this is very basic level, because like if anyone get the file, they can encrypt it if they know which method we use for like this is basically basic thing. So when we are going to advanced mode, we are using like AWS secret or HashiCorp vault, then that way we can use that the professional way, but at the basic level this one is fine. But from the secret we can get the data. Let me show you how we can get the data from the secret file. So our secret was kubectl get secret. So our secret name is this. So kubectl secret, then secret -o, then yml. Then we can see the encrypted value. So if anyone know the like encrypted method what we use, and they have the access to the this encrypted file, they can easily decrypt it. So let me decrypt it. Echo, I can use this one, and if they know the base 64, you can see this one is decrypted and anyone can get the data. So from this problem we can use AWS Secret Manager or like HashiCorp Vault, but these things are advanced level. If anyone want to know how to do this, we will do this thing in a separate video. So this is the video. I hope this video is helpful for you. If you feel this video is helpful, subscribe the channel and like the video.